Hey, good morning. Everybody feeling all right today? A little under the weather? I think the term in your industry is overserved. So my name is Kevin Flaherty, and I work for the Bradford White Corporation. Bradford White is a manufacturer of heating equipment, water heaters, boilers, and so forth. I have 7 minutes and 40 seconds to talk to you about extending the life of your equipment. So take a good look at the map behind me. It is a map from the U.S. Geological Survey. It is, excuse me, it is hard water. I am from New England, and I would have said hard water, but I'm trying to get my R's and my A's together. And my understanding is that there's another New Englander coming, so get used to it. As you can see, in the great state of Texas, there is some hard water. Water conditions are key to saving some of your equipment. If you don't maintain it, you can lose it prematurely. And the goal here is to help you extend the life of that equipment. If you get 5 to 7 years, that's the average of a water heater in your facility, that's good. What if you could double that life? Wouldn't you like to do that? Now I'm down to 6.5 minutes to encourage you to do this. So this picture is an atmospheric piece of equipment. I don't know if you are still currently using this in some of your facilities, but what happens when you heat water? Well, it gets hot, right? That's the intent. It also expands, and from the previous slide, the hard water conditions, the dissolved solids in there fall out. That's called sediment. And in a piece of equipment like this, it acts as an insulator. So what does insulation do? It keeps heat in, and it protects heat from getting out. So the sediment on the bottom is the insulator. The flame underneath it is trying to get through. You're running that equipment harder than needed, correct? So what else do we put in these things? It's an anode rod. So what does the anode rod do? It protects the tank. So when you heat water, there's a charge that builds up, and that charge has to get out somehow. And the anode takes care of that. So every charge that hits that anode, a little piece of it dies. Over time, that anode dissolves. So by a show of hands from the PMs in here, how many people replace the anode rod? I see a couple. Congrats, man, good for you. So the charge doesn't go away. Where does the charge go when the anode rod is gone? It starts to attack the tank, and that's a leak path. And that is what's going to kill your tank. So an average cost to put a water heater in varies, right? You guys know how much that is. Thousands and thousands of dollars. So here's a good one and a bad one. So if you pull out the anode rod and it looks like a coat hanger, it's gone. Replace it. Save the tank. It's a small investment. Check your T&P valve every year. If it is leaking, it is doing its job. Everybody watch Mythbusters? They blew up a water heater. It's pretty cool. It's a bomb. But do not disregard it. Check it out, make sure everything's okay. Venting. If you see white residue on the top of your tank, you have a potential problem. Address it. Because the other picture is when the products of combustion get into the vent pipe and it's not getting out of the room properly, it condenses. And condensate is acidic. And as you can see in this picture, it's putting a hole in it. And what does carbon monoxide do to human beings? Right, it's not good for us. If you use Tankless, do a de-liming bath every year. What happens with the Tankless piece of equipment is the heat exchanger, what we call a boiler heart attack, that hard water will start to accumulate on the inside of the heat exchanger, and it slowly closes those tubes down. Kind of like my body now at my age. My arteries are getting smaller and smaller now because of the way I ate. But if you do a de-liming kit and you clean it out annually, you'll prolong the life of that equipment for a good period of time. Preventative maintenance. So, in short, if you take an hour, 2 hours a year on your equipment, and your average life is 5 to 7 years, and you can extend that to 10 to 12, your bottom line will increase immensely. It's a small price to pay for prolonging the life of your equipment. For my company, I preach preventative maintenance. Fortunately for me, nobody listens to me. I get paid by selling new equipment. So your job, I challenge you, is to reduce my pay. If you take good care of your equipment and it lasts 10 to 12 years, I'm okay with that. So I am done here. I appreciate your time, and good luck on your PMs. Thank you.